What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of T-Rod Outdoors. Today, it's Tuesday. You know what that means, another edition of Tackle Tuesday. So this is episode 9 for Tackle Tuesday. Today is going to be all about swim jigs. So as always, got the swim jig box out of the boat. This is a Guggen Squad times Bass Mafia ice box. It's one of their older collaborations. But this is what I keep all my swim jigs in. Just like every box that I have, it's a 3600 size. Because that's the size that fits perfectly in my storage compartment on the Tracker Pro 170. So without further ado, let's get into it. So open this box up. I guess first we'll talk about brands. I only ever throw 2 brands for my swim jigs, and one is going to be a Strike King, the Pro model swim jig. Probably my favorite color is this one right here, Smoked Shad. Cannot beat that. I've caught a lot of nice sized fish off of this thing, and a lot of my buddies have too. It's not just me that's getting it done with this one. So I have that color in the Strike King one, as well as just a pearl white. It's all white. Then the other brand, I don't know if you guys can guess or not, it's Guggen Squad. I think Guggen Squad makes one of the, if not the best swim jig. It's called the Grass Hero Swim Jig. I got a whole wall of them up there, all the colors, all the sizes. Got one right here. I have 4 of them in here. I have one in every color in my box. So we got their black and blue, their white and chartreuse. We got their classic pearl, and then their bluegill imitation one. Yeah, but that's their other colors. They have a regular green pumpkin and then a rotten pumpkin as well as a sexy shad. But I don't really throw a lot of sexy shad colors. I typically stay towards the natural stuff like green pumpkin or bluegill or smoked shad sometimes. If I'm throwing the Strike King one, I'm throwing that one. But the thing I really like about the Guggen Squad one is what I like about a lot of their baits, and that is that they list the size on the head of the swim jig. So there's no way you guys will be able to see that, but on the head right here, it says 3/16 ounce, and it's on all of their Grass Hero swim jigs. The blue one says 3/8. The bluegill one says 3/8, and the white and chartreuse is 3/8 as well. So I didn't realize I had 3 3/8 ones in here. I'll have to put another 1/4 or 3/16 of the other colors in here too. But it just makes it super simple to just pick it up. Oh, this one's 3/16, a little lighter. I want to stay up in the water column a little more. Oh, this one's a little heavier. I'm going to allow it to fall deeper into the water column to try to get those suspended bass. So it's just things like that. It's the little touches that the Guggen Squad puts on a lot of their baits that really sets them apart in my eyes. I love a swim jig. I think it is excellent in imitating a bait fish-like presentation. And I love that swim jigs are weedless. I love chatterbaits. Chatterbaits probably my favorite thing to ever throw. Swim jigs are really a really close second. If I happen to keep getting caught up with the chatterbait on like grass or weeds or anything, or brush, I'll switch to a swim jig. And if I'm not already throwing a swim jig to begin with, because it's that close, I'll be picking up this more or less every time I'm out on the water trying to get those big bass to bite it. But yeah, there's a lot of different options for colors and sizes. I really like the 1/4 ounce ones from the Guggen Squad. I feel like it's not too heavy, but it's not too light. Like a 3/16, this is really light. Yeah, I feel like the 1/4 is a good size limit. And then next is trailers. So a lot of the swim lot of the swim jigs that I have in here have boot tail swim baits as the trailer, which is fine. You're imitating a bait fish, there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes, like on this bluegill imitation one, I threw a crack and crawl on the back. It just gives it a bigger presentation in the water, try to entice those bigger fish. And I think, yeah, this is a rattling chunk that I put on there. And then for their black and blue, the trailer that I used on that is actually a Biospawn Exopod on there with the twin flappers. But yeah, I really like a swim jig. I'll open up a new one. This is a 3/16 Rotten Pumpkin. I'm going to be pairing that with a 3.3-inch Saucy Swinger. Fresh package. This color is Gobi. It's like watermelon red up top and then like a blue translucent on the bottom. So when you're rigging a swim jig, it's kind of just like any other bait. You want to make sure, or not any other bait, but any other jig. You want to make sure the skirt isn't all messed up. You want to get the skirt as perfect as you can. And then you want to line up what you want to be the bottom of the swim bait. And then you just thread it on there. You want to try to get it as straight as you can when you're threading it on so that it swims true. Sometimes it can be tricky with the weed guard. It can get in the way sometimes. Make sure it's lined up. Push it all the way on there. There you go, just like that. Got another one all rigged up, ready for the box. I just lost a Rotten Pumpkin one last time I was out, that's why I'm throwing this one in there. But yeah, swim jigs, very easy. You cast them, retrieve them just like a chatterbait. Let them fall, pop it a couple times, slow retrieve. There's a lot of different retrievals that you can use for a swim jig. Talking about the retrieves, I'm going to be throwing this on a 7-foot to 7'2" medium heavy rod, fast action. And with my swim jigs, I like to throw my SLX DC, the Shimano SLX DC. It's a high gear ratio reel, but it really allows me to catch up to those fish. If they crush it and take off with it, it really helps me to catch up to those fish so I can get a good hook set on them and not miss as many fish. But that's all I got for this week's edition of Tackle Tuesday. Again, short and sweet, showing you guys the swim jigs, the different brands that I use. Stay tuned for next week. We're going to be talking about lipless crankbaits. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you stay tuned, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next week on another episode of T-Rod Outdoors Tackle Tuesdays.